Pointing to the scars of torture inflicted in the Syrian city of Homs, Manhal claims regime forces wanted him to divulge the names of fellow anti-government activists. Cut with knives, beaten and electrocuted, it left him permanently disfigured. But it didn't end there.
They
killed my son in front of me. But before that, they brought him and my wife in the room. I said, let them go and I'll tell you everything. But my wife said, stay quiet. They already raped me. They tried to take her clothes off, but she resisted. She spat at them, cursed them. But they held her down, and 3 of them raped her.
His wife was killed, and Manhal was left for dead on a rubbish heap. But somehow he survived, and like hundreds of thousands of other Syrians, he fled to Jordan, to the sprawling Zaatari refugee camp. As this camp has grown, so too have the number of services available for victims of sexual exploitation and sexual violence. But the reality is it remains one of the most taboo subjects here. People just don't want to talk about it. And therefore, the number of cases reported probably only represents a fraction of the overall problem. For aid agencies, that presents a major challenge.
In the Syrian society, you're expected to suffer the abuse in silence. And this is what we're trying to say, that no, you can seek services in a very confidential way, and we can help.
In this centre, these girls are given the chance to play, to regain some of their childhood. But even here, experts are looking for telltale signs that something is wrong. Workers here say they've helped children who've been abused, not just in Syria, but also here at the camp.
Most of them, first of all, they no, I don't want to say anything, no, I have no problem, not at all. But when I come in a different way, they open their hearts and talk.
Female-only safe spaces provide not just sexual health advice, but also a confidential source of help for those who've experienced the worst. UN projects like this have seen numbers almost double in the last month.
As we expand the access in terms of the number of safe spaces that we have and that we make available, we expect that we will receive more cases and do our best to try to manage those.
The longer the conflict in Syria continues, the more refugee camps take on the look of permanence, the sense of normality. But amongst it all, the impact of one of the darkest aspects of this war is still only just being realised. Tom Rayner, Sky News at the Zaatari refugee camp in Jordan.